All right, 3.3, solve multi-step equations. So basically, we've been doing 1 and 2 step equations. This is just adding one more level to it. So there's not really any notes, so I'm just going to start with some of the guided practice problems like we have been doing. So number 1, we have 9d minus 2d plus 4 equals 32. So the first thing that we always want to do is, if we can, we want to combine like terms, okay? So I have 2 things that have a d on them, so I'm going to combine those. So 9d minus 2d would be 7d plus 4 equals 32. And now these just look like what we did yesterday. So what would my next step be?
Subtracting 4 and then subtracting 4 over 32.
So I'm left with 7d on the left. 32 minus 4 is?
28.
Yep, 28. And then what do I need to do?
Divide 7 on both sides.
Divide by 7. So d equals 28 divided by 7 is?
4.
4. And still, just like what we did, you can check them also by plugging it back in. All right, number 2, we have 2w plus 3 times w plus 4 equals 27. So this one adds another step to it. So we're going to need to distribute first. So we do 3 times w and 3 times 4. Okay, so we copy down 2w. Then plus 3 times w is just 3w. Plus 3 times 4 is 12 equals 27. So what do I do next? Which gives me what? 5w plus 12 equals 27. Then what?
Subtract 12 on both sides.
Minus 12 on both sides. So 5w equals 27 minus 12, which is what?
15.
15. Then what?
Divide on both sides.
Divide by 5. So w equals 15 divided by 5 is? 3. All right, number 3, 6x minus 2 times x minus 5 equals 46. So what do we do with this one?
Distribute first.
Distribute first. So what does that give me?
2x minus, negative 2x minus, 7.
So negative 2 times negative 5. So remember, this is multiplying. Negative 2 times negative 5 is what?
Negative 10.
So negative times negative is?
Positive.
Positive. So it'll be positive 10. equals 46. Now what do I do?
Combine like terms.
Combine like terms, so what does that give me?
4x.
4x plus 10 equals 46. Then what?
Negative 10 on both sides.
Subtract 10 on both sides. Leaves me with 4x equals 46 minus 10 is
36.
36. Now what do I do?
Divide 4 on both sides.
Divide by 4 on both sides. So x equals 36 divided by 4 is 9. All right, so that's kind of all the guided practice problems that we would do. So let's look at some out of the actual homework problems. So homework examples now. Number 4, we have 12v plus 14 plus 10v equals 80. So what's my first step? What does that give me when I do that? Yep, 22v plus 14 equals 80. Now what?
You do minus 14 on both sides.
Minus 14. So I've got 22v equals 80 minus 14.
66.
66. Now what? Yep, divide by 22 on both sides. So v equals 66 divided by 22.
33.
3.
3. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 22 times 3 will give you 66. All right, number 6, 5a plus 3 minus 3a equals negative 7. So what am I going to do first? That'll give you what?
2a.
2a plus 3 equals negative 7. Now what?
Subtract negative 3 on both sides.
Subtract 3 on both sides, so that gives me 2a equals negative 7 minus 3, which is
10.
positive or negative?
Negative.
Yep, negative 10. So same signs, we add them together and keep the sign. Now what?
Divide by 2 on both sides.
Divide by 2. So a equals negative 10 divided by 2.
5. Negative 5.
Negative 5. All right, number 8. 9 equals 7z minus 13z minus 21. flipped sides on us. So, what am I doing first?
Combine like terms.
And what does that give you?
-6.
-6z minus 21. That's equal to 9. So then what do I do?
Subtract 21 on both sides.
So it's currently minus 21. So that means, add 21 to both sides. So 9 plus 21
30.
is 30. So 30 equals -6z. Then what?
Divide 6 on both sides.
-6. So 30 divided by -6 is?
-5.
-5 equals z. All right, one more like this, and then we'll be moving to the distributive ones. Number 10, we've got 23 equals -4m plus 2 plus m. So what am I doing?
Combining like terms.
What does that give me?
-3m.
-3m plus 2. Now what?
Here, subtracting 2 on both sides.
Subtracting 2. 23 minus 2.
21.
21 equals -3m. Now what?
Divide by -3 on both sides.
Divide by -3. 21 divided by -3 is?
7. -7.
-7 equals m. All right, so now we're gonna do some that you have to distribute first, and then we'll do the combining like terms, so it just adds another step to it. So number 12, 3 plus 4 times z plus 5 equals 31. So we distribute first, so it's 4 times z and 4 times 5. So we have 3 plus 4 times z is 4z plus 4 times 5 is 20 equals 31. So now I'm still doing the combined like terms, but obviously there's only one that has a variable, so I'm combining the two that are just numbers. So we have 4z plus 23 equals 31. Now what I do?
Subtract 23 on both sides.
Subtract 23 from both. So 4z equals 31 to, I was about to say divided by. 31 minus 23.
8.
It's 8. Now what?
You divide by 4 on both sides.
Divide by 4. So z equals 8 divided by 4.
2.
2. Alright, 14. 5m plus 2 times m plus 1 equals 23. So what do I do first with this one?
Distribute.
Yep, so distribute So what does that give you?
2m plus 2.
Yep. So we got 5m plus 2m plus 2 equals 23. It's the whole thing. Now what?
Combine like terms.
And that gives you what?
7m.
7m plus 2 equals 23. Now what?
Subtract 2 on both sides.
Subtract 2. So 7m equals 23 minus 2.
21.
21. Now what?
Divide by 7 on both sides.
Divide by 7. So m equals 21 divided by 7. 3. All right, the next one I want you to try on your own and then we'll go over it. It's number 16. It's 27 equals 3c minus 3 times 6 minus 2c. So make sure you notice that the part that's being distributed, wow, I cannot talk. The part that's being distributed is negative. So it's negative 3 that's getting multiplied by both pieces. So just make sure you pay attention to that sign that's on there. All right, so what do we do?
First you distribute, so.
Just copying down the other stuff. All right, so what did wow, words. What did you get when you distributed?
Negative 18, and then I got plus 2c. I mean 6c. I looked at the first answer.
Now what?
Combine like terms.
And what does that give you?
9c.
9c minus 18. Then what?
And then we plus 18.
So 27 plus 18 is
45.
45. And then what?
And then you do 9 divided by 9 on both sides.
And what does that give you?
5.
Yep. T equals 5. 5 equals C, however you write it. Any questions about any of these ones? Sweet. All right, then your problems to do 3 through 17 odd.